Alright, so this is what I've done in about a week and a half, and I haven't worked on it every night, and I only get about an hour or two a night to work on stuff because I work full time. So here's inventory. So this item on the ground is a key. It's just a proof of concept. And I could take my weapon and put it where the key was. It'll drop it on the ground. You'll notice the physics is gone from my hand too. If I put a weapon in my hand, the weapon has physics and can't go inside of walls and stuff. I have a laser dot sight. We have orbit cam. Get my mouse set up here. My middle mouse button is pretty wonky. There we go. If I release the middle mouse, it returns back to stock. It needs a little bit of adjustment, but it's there. So the way this whole system works is this keyboard controller pipes a list of key presses to the actor, and the actor acts upon the list depending on what their current state is and what they're doing. So right now, everything below this line is the movement states. So idle, walk backwards, walk forward, and then turn is integrated in all of these. And then this is the code for aiming. It grabs the animation from the weapon to play. So if you're holding a shotgun, it'll play a shotgun animation or whatever. And then here's the code to reload. And it's generic as well. It reloads the weapon with whatever ammo type the weapon has. And then acting. So if you have a predefined action that needs to override everything else, like the pickup animation is one of these. It uses the acting system. When I press Q, it overrides all the other animations and plays the animation. So that's what this acting state is. And then up here, this starts the pickup animation. You could have one of these for anything that it's going to play, like open door or open drawer. Actually, this is what starts it. This is what continues it. And this is what ends it. And then up here, this just gathers information from the model one time when it starts up. And the aiming system is actually done with a callback. And the weapon system is very soft coded. So what happens is when you pull the trigger, it sets a value of fire to 1, and then everything else is done by the weapon. And then the weapon returns to 0 when it's ready to fire again. And all of these properties are adjustable and get saved by the inventory system. So if any of these are changed, like modifying the weapon and increasing damage or whatever, when you put it in your inventory and bring it back out, all the properties are fed back into it. That's what this inventory return script does. I actually pickle the data and then return it using a file. That way, I don't have to mess around with messages or any of that kind of stuff. And there it is. So when you go to an item to pick it up and then press the Q button, it actually converts the pistol into data and puts it in this slot. Converts the pickup item into data, which is this one, and puts it in this slot. And then when you leave this screen, if, say, you started with a pistol in your hand and put the pistol in a slot. When you leave the screen, it'll destroy the pistol that's in your hand and keep the one that's data. See? And I can pass the data for the pistol back into my hand, and when I quit this, it'll add the object to the scene and add all the properties to it. So there we go. There's most of the features. Oh, there's also this spine control, which is kind of unique. When you move the mouse, it actually acts upon the spine using this. So this right here is store the initial offset of each spine bone to the other one. So say I want to adjust at something. If I move one of these and then hit play, it stays that way. It doesn't snap back into alignment or whatever. So that's kind of neat. And there's probably more that I'm missing, but I'm pretty proud of what I've done so far. And if I were to record how many hours I have into it, it's not a lot. I just took a lot of the systems from Rectified and then applied them to Chaos Emergency. So there we go.